Good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful day here on the rancho in Jalisco, Mexico. Today, I'm showing you guys how we make beautiful, fresh, delicious guac here on the rancho. I also have fresh pan that we're going to be making it with. It's Lent right now, and so nobody in our community is selling meat. Not the butchers, not the tiendas, absolutely nobody. And so we are making special things for Lent today. One of them is going to be guac, and then a little bit later today I might make tuna sandwiches. Tuna sandwiches is also one of our favorite, and they had lots of fresh pan this morning at the tienda. But for this guac, I'm actually going to take some queso fresco and I'm going to toast it on each side. So we use our pan, our guac, then the queso fresco. Ooh, it is so delicious, you guys. Also, we have some people here right now take down all the brick. They brought so much brick. We are getting plumbing installed, so I'm gonna bring you guys in the house and show you that. And we have most of our electrical done. So things are starting to move pretty quickly. Also, you guys, in just a couple of days, it is my birthday. Now, receiving gifts, which I don't really even get a lot of gifts. My husband might get me one little nice thing and the girls might draw me pictures, which is what I love. But more than that, I love being able to take my family out to eat and us be able to sit down and enjoy a meal. I also wanted to ask two of my friends to come out to eat with us to a special restaurant and let them be able to enjoy the day with us. So that will be in a couple of days. I'm gonna be 25, you guys. Just kidding, I'm not gonna be 25. You guys can guess my age if you want, but let's get started on this guac, then I'm gonna bring you guys outside. All right, you guys, and here's what we have this morning to make our guac. Everything is fresh from our rancho. Everything, the vegetables, the avocados, the pan is still warm, is made fresh this morning. And then we have our queso fresco, which I bought locally as well. So what you're gonna need is a couple avocados, limon, cilantro. You're gonna need a couple green chiles, a couple cloves of garlic, and I like to use a purple onion. When purple onions aren't cooked, I like the taste of them better. So let's get started. Now you can add the pits into the guac and that helps it stay fresh, but because my family eats this so quickly, I don't have to add that in. And I just take my knife and I pull it out like that, take my spoon and get all that delicious guac in there. All right, and let's put the rest of this guac in there. Oh my gosh, look at that. Now, one of the important parts about you making your guac is how spicy you want it. My mother-in-law, who's from Durango, Mexico, she eats her food so spicy. So we make most of our food very spicy. But my husband told me the other day, when he was little, his mom said that she made food really spicy so that they didn't eat it all in one sitting. Instead of using 4 scoops of guac for their taco, they might just use 1 because of how spicy it was. And I was like, that's really smart. So now my husband always asks me to put in extra chiles. So I have 3 of these. Now sometimes the spice depends. Sometimes 3 might be medium, sometimes 3 might be super hot, but 3 on average. Let's get these cut up and put them in. All right, the next step is your cilantro. Now, anybody who has that weird cilantro gene that makes it taste kind of like soap, and my sister has that gene. My older sister has that gene where it tastes like soap to her. So does basil as well. Anything kind of herby tastes odd to her. But here in our rancho, I have never met a single person who didn't like cilantro. Now, there might be people, but everybody I've asked or everybody I see eating is eating cilantro. They like it. So that's something that's kind of different here. Also, in the middle school, in the elementary, the middle school, in the high school, there is nothing with peanut allergies. The reason I bring that up is because my daughter Abigail went to school in the United States, so did Cristiano, and at a certain point you couldn't even bring in like cupcakes or anything anymore for birthdays because there were so many kids with specific food allergies. But here in the rancho, when it's a little kid's birthday, you can bring anything you want in to eat because it is extremely rare that a kid has a food allergy. And I've never heard of a kid in our pueblo that has it, and we're always able to bring in special snacks for the kids' birthdays and things like that. So it's kind of interesting. But let's chop up this cilantro. And I like to keep the stems on because most of you probably know, but the stem has a lot of the flavor. Growing up, I didn't know that until I moved to Mexico, and I would watch them at the taco stands or at people's houses, and they would chop the whole thing of cilantro. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. And they're like, there's a lot of flavor in the stem. All right, next step, we're gonna chop and peel our purple onion. I'm gonna call it purple, you guys, because look at, it's purple. But I'm also gonna tell you guys something else. On my last vlog, I made sopa fideo and I used butter. Now my mother-in-law likes to use lard. Lard here on our rancho is pig lard. Where I live in Mexico, you see the animals be butchered every day. We have fresh meat. The animals are from the farms here and they get butchered here at the local butchers. Now, there is people here on this rancho who live to be very old, like in their 90s to 100, and they use this lard here from our rancho every single day for their food. I think lard is healthy. I also think butter's healthy because my grandma and grandpa who live in Michigan, they use butter every single day for their food, and they're in their 90s. So I think you could use lard or butter, but the reason and lard does taste good. I love when my mother-in-law cooks, but the reason I don't use lard is because I don't necessarily like pig meat as much. So I know it's a pig lard, so I don't use it as much just because it's not my preference. But you guys have comments that it's healthy, and you're absolutely right. It is healthy. And you still have to enjoy your life and enjoy food. So use a little bit of lard, use a little bit of butter, and cook at home and enjoy your food. Let's get this chopped up. I love you more than ice cream and Nutella. I triple whipple love you. Ooh, my eyes are watering from that onion. Next, we're gonna add in 2 cloves of garlic. You can add in as many cloves as you want, but I love garlic, so I'd probably add in 3, but then the kids would complain, so we're gonna add in 2. And you guys, look at how beautiful and vibrant all the vegetables are, the colors of them. I just love it. Food is something special to me, and being able to cook for my family as well. And then you guys, we are just gonna add some salt and give it a good mix. All right, and after you smash it a bit to the consistency you like, you can just get your spoon and give it a nice mix. Look how beautiful and delicious this guac is. I actually put in 1 more limon. It's absolutely perfect. Now let's toast up our pan and our cheese. All right, now I have my pizza pan and this queso fresco. I'm just going to kind of grill. There we go. All right, now that our pan is nice and crispy, we're gonna put the guac on top. I'm gonna get a nice big scoop. Now what I like to do is put my queso right on top. Part of the queso is melty, part of the queso is nice and crispy. It goes so well together, you guys. You could even put an egg over easy on top, and sometimes I do that for Lalo, but just like this is perfect. All right, let's put our delicious cheese right on top. All right, you guys, and now my breakfast is ready. Thank goodness I made it, because this guac is gonna be gone pretty soon. Now, of course, we have to do our first bite. You guys, the crunchiness of the bread with the crunchy cheese, this is so good. You have to try this if you have not already. Super delicious, and everything is very fresh. All right, guys, now that I finished breakfast, I have to clean up this kitchen, and I have a couple chores to do before we go and grab Penelope and we do a home build update. Okay, I picked up Penelope from school, and her friend came over for a little bit, and they're playing that they're at the playa. I'll help you. All right, Boo Boo also just got back home from school, and I made him into a sandwich. How good is it? Good. Is it good with the guac? But the bricks are here, buddy, so I'm gonna head out real quick. Love you. Please no rooster. Stay there. This is the second truckload today, right? Yeah. Same amount, or was there more in the morning?
No, same amount. I ordered 1,500 or 3,000 manitas, the smaller bricks, and 2,000 listón.
And then do you want to tell them what you told me you planned to do with some of them? Because we had to order extra.
Thing is, right now, it's like you got to get brick you can. So
yeah.
I've been waiting for this guy for a month now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And because he's so busy,
yeah,
I mean, he has to kind of get orders, and then whenever he gets to them.
Right, so you wanted to order as much as you could so you wouldn't have to wait.
Yeah, so because we're going to make like a water cistern.
Yeah.
I needed another 1,500 big bricks, and then 1,000 another 1,000 manitas.
Dang.
So.
And you're tired, huh?
Oh, and this is what I was showing you. So this is specialty brick.
I love that.
This is specialty brick. It goes on. It would go on the very top of the house. So either you could put it this way, or you could put it this way.
I love that. That's what I was talking about when I said there needs to be a design on the roof.
Yeah, but how does this look like stairs?
It looks like stairs. See?
So I actually have a picture of. I mean, you can when Gillo gets back, I'll have him put those on there. But he has a cabin that has those on there.
Wait, are you talking about your little mini house or my house?
No. It would go on top. You know how there's a fence that goes all the way around it, and then your marquesina goes off of that. This would end up at the top of the fence, so it's not just a flat.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited. That's gonna be so beautiful.
I have a picture of this guy's cabin. His cabin is amazing.
The guy who brought brick?
Yeah, he has a cabin that has this at the top of it.
I
just gotta find the picture of it.
Wait, let me see. I love that. That's so beautiful. Yeah, that's really pretty.
So this one.
Man, I wonder if we could almost do that
so
on...
This is a separate piece. And
yeah.
That's another custom brick.
Yeah.
And they also make it.
But is it too late to add this to the upstairs ceiling? Like in the corners?
I won't know.
Like, couldn't we do them in the corners? Oh, wait, maybe not. What am I thinking?
What do you mean?
No, I don't know. I'm thinking wrong.
No, this would end up, like, say this is your ceiling right here.
Yeah.
This would end up like this. And then it can keep going. So it makes, this design keeps going throughout the whole length of the house. So it would end up like this.
So you just ordered a couple to see how it looked?
Yeah, because I seen them, like I said, I seen them on his cabin, but see, it would keep going like this, and then another brick goes on top of it to finish it.
Oh wow, that's so cool.
I just didn't know if you liked it or if that's what you were talking about or what.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's really beautiful.
So if you like it, we have to order more because, like I said, he's like way behind right now.
Well, how many more?
I don't know. I don't know how many of these you need per meter.
Can I have a day to think about it?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like I said, I wanted you to put these on.
Yeah.
And then have you see it and see if you like it or not.
Right. Oh, they're
I
beautiful.
only got like 12.
Right. Good. Yeah, we'll be able to put them up a little bit and see how they look. I have to be able to imagine it in my head. Like, look at the house and imagine them up there.
That's what I mean. If you look at the fence right now, it's just flat. There won't be
Oh, it would go on the fence, not the edge of our roof.
No, it'd be
Oh,
on the fence.
yeah, no, on the fence it'd be perfect. I was thinking you were saying like the edge of the roof.
Oiga, más o menos cuánto se lleva por metro, ¿no sabe? 12? About 12 per meter.
How many meters are up there?
40.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, 12 times 40. A lot. Who are you talking to, Gil?
About 500. That's not bad.
Oh, that's not bad. How many is on this load right now?
1,500 manita and 1,000.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. And they get it unloaded so fast.
Yeah.
Look at, he's throwing 5 at a time, isn't he?
Yeah. This is probably the nicest brick that I've seen.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Did we get it from that place in Ocotlan where we went to look at it? It was like kind of further back on a trail almost.
Yeah, I wish we'd have known about this guy since we started the house.
Yeah. Who told you about him, Pollo?
Yeah, pollo.
Oh, wow.
About 500. That's not bad.
No. Look at how smoothly they grab all those bricks and toss them. I seen them yesterday tossing 5 bricks at a time up to a roof.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's like magic that he's catching. Oh my gosh, there's no way. I can barely pick up 2 at a time.
Even this is like probably the 7th or 8th time they load this.
Today.
Today.
Oh my word. That's wild.
I thought when they first told me that they make an oven, I was thinking like it was a big ass oven, like, you know what I mean, you could drive in there or whatever it was. No, it's like they pile all these bricks up raw, okay, so it just looks like mud. They pile them up all up, and then they stack a whole bunch of wood on the sides of it. Whole bunch of wood, okay, and they have these clay tile things like this big,
Yeah.
about that thick, and then they stack those up on top of it, and then they just light it on fire.
Oh, how many do they make at a time, do you think?
I guess it depends on the order.
How many do you think, though, they could fit into it at a time?
Well, I've heard of people having oven or making ovens like that, like 50,000 bricks at a time. Can you imagine? And then they have to cook them, and then wait 3 or 4 days for them to cool down, and then load them onto whatever.
And these bricks are like made by hand because when we went to go see them, they were laying out like in the sun to dry.
Yeah.
It's not like a factory.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It was like their backyard. So maybe one day we can ask them if we can go there and show everybody kind of what that process looks like here.
You know what's even crazy? So Gillo knew their uncle, which would be, he was older than Gillo, but he's the one that started making brick.
Oh, and then he set up a family
Yeah, and then
business.
he passed it on. So these would be his nephews.
Wow. It's amazing. He'd be proud of them.
Yeah.
That's amazing. We should ask them if we can. I remember going there with you, but I didn't want to vlog because it was our first time going. Maybe we can ask them if we can go, just so people can see the process. All the labor of love that goes into materials here.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Oh, oh no. Oh, now there's normally a lot of music playing, so we have a good moment to kind of show you guys a couple things. Oh, is this some of the plumbing right here they're already setting up?
They were just thermal fusing those.
Wow.
We're going to go all the way up to the roof. Your dishwasher, sink, and then that goes into our washing machine and dryer.
Yeah.
And then we got some of your bathroom.
You know what I was gonna ask you? I know you're gonna say no. Yeah, I know, it's so confusing. You might say no, but it's something you should think about. What if we had a laundry chute?
I just don't know where we would put it.
Yeah.
I thought about it before. I just don't know, like, I don't know where we would put it.
And how tempted would like the girls be to
Slide down it.
Yeah.
Your plumbing done in here. That all this. So for your shower.
Alright, so let's see. So our toilet's going right here.
That's for the toilet, and then your shower's in there, and then goes all in here. You got both your double sinks in.
Is he setting up the heated floors or?
Heated floors. What? Why would you need heated floors?
No, one time I stayed in a house that had heated floors. It's so nice. But that was in
But that was in
Michigan.
Michigan.
Yeah. Just kidding. Oh, okay. I see. So you're gonna have the shower head here, and then you're gonna have the nozzles right there.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So you walk in and you're not like standing in cold water.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting.
Yeah. And this is Diego. He's single.
Is he single?
Yeah. He's an electrician, plumber, everything.
Is that why you say fan Diego? Fan of Diego?
Fan de Diego.
Wait, what if he's not single and you're just saying that?
He is.
Oh, is he? Uh-oh.
See? Right now he's running guides to put in the electrical wire, you know?
And he is very skilled and a very kind person. So there's an extra plus.
Yeah.
And then we have our two little windows right there.
Yeah, I kind of regret doing that.
That's because you didn't ask me before you put those in.
No, I didn't have any other choice because I didn't want to not put that down on there.
Hon, we could have thought of something.
It wouldn't have had the same strength.
Yeah, that's true. All right, let's go on. Wait, is there only plumbing down here?
For now, yeah.
Okay.
That's what we're working on right now.
And then you think you might start plastering next week. Maybe.
We want to get, like, say we want to get your living room and kitchen done, like with everything, plumbing, electrical. You still have to run a gas line for your dryer, and then a gas line to go all the way up to the roof for the on-demand water heater, and then that'll be it for this. And then the only reason we're doing this is so that if we're waiting for beams or whatever to do upstairs, then we can just come down here and plaster for the day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that way we're kind of getting two things done.
Right, so if he gets one room done, you can come and plaster. I hadn't seen the plumbing he set up. That's so exciting. That's really cool. I see that you moved my island, but that's okay. Yeah.
It's gonna go all the way up to the top of the roof.
Oh,
And
wow.
it's gonna go that way and connect to your tank,
Okay.
or connect to the pump.
Now, one of the questions we've gotten asked a little bit commonly is, will we eventually try to dig a well because of the water problems we have here on the rancho?
I already answered that, and the answer is yes.
Yeah.
So our plan is to have our own well, but also our own cistern so that we could, catch rainwater and store water.
Right.
So I'm thinking right now that we're gonna build a cistern that's like 3 by 3 by 2.5 meters tall.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure what I thought it was like 15,000 liters it could hold or something.
Right.
So that would be like having 15 of those tanks that are on top of my mom's house.
Right. Wow. And during the rainy season, we get a ton of rain.
Yeah. So there'll be one closer to the house, and then there'll be one when we make those stalls down there. I'm gonna put one for the animals. All the rainwater from this house is gonna go to that cistern.
Okay. I really have no idea what he's talking about when he talks about the water in cistern, like a little bit, but not really. I'd have to see it like drawn out on a piece of paper, but hopefully you guys can understand what he's talking about with that, because my husband has put a lot of thought into the water system and even how we want our electricity set up throughout the house. Things are really moving along. It's kind of crazy to see so many people here. But the electricians don't come every single day, but when they do come, it just seems like there's a lot going on, and it makes me feel really good. Hopefully we will be in our home soon. Or at least, can you guys imagine when I get to give you the reveal and it's plastered and we have tile in here? Then we're gonna have a fresh slate and be able to use our imagination to be creative in interior design here and really look around. I would love to find some antique stores, but somebody recently just took down their family's very old home. It was over 100 years old. And I wanted to ask them if they found any cool artifacts or anything like that that I could probably put into my home. We also have some cool artifacts here though as well that I've showed you guys before, because my husband's grandparents have their old home here that's over 100 years old, and they left some things as well. I did tell my husband eventually I'd love for him to gift me a metal detector, and I would have to research how to use it properly. But we go hiking and exploring around our rancho and the surrounding ranchos. I'd love to be able to take that with me. It'd be so cool if I could find pieces of history around Mexico. And you guys, I also got a rendering, a photo of what the outside of our home is going to somewhat look like once we have it plastered and painted, and that was really exciting to see. I just did that recently, and so it gives me a good idea, because that's going to be our next step after all of this is plastering and then also painting some things. Oh, going up here is the worst part. Now we're up on our roof, and it was kind of interesting when my husband explained that up here is going to be kind of a rooftop patio. And some people were saying how that's an interesting idea. But some people who grew up in Mexico or came to visit or had families, they said that this was one of their favorite things, was having a rooftop patio. Did you read some of those comments, hon?
I think they call it azotea.
Yeah, I love that. That makes me feel a lot better. It just made me imagine having my own memories up here with our family. And somebody asked, why does Lalo want a bathroom up here? And there's a couple reasons. I'm already out of breath walking up here, you guys. But imagine you come up here, you have to go walk up all the stairs, and then you have to go to the bathroom. It's just so nice to be able to be up here with your family, and then you have a nice, beautiful bathroom right here. Only half will be the bathroom, though. The other side will be a utility room. So
right now, we kind of changed that a little bit.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, so there's going to be a door right here, and then there's also going to be a door right here. Mm-hmm. So the utility room is just going to be this square right here. And then because we're going to have, more than likely, we're going to have like chairs with cushions and all that stuff, you could store that stuff in here. And then the other part would be a bathroom.
Okay, but still kind of storage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be really nice. I think the bathroom up here is a good idea. And somebody also mentioned when it's done, putting plants up here, keeping plants up here. I thought that was such a good idea. Yeah. They get enough sun. It would be so beautiful. And then
somebody also mentioned that the kids would fall off the roof, but I mean, there's going to be a 4-foot wall all the way around.
So go stand next to it so they can see how high it is. They also are not allowed to climb it, but still. And then we might be
6'4".
And then we're also putting the brick on top of here, maybe the decorative brick.
Yeah,
So
it's right
it'd
there,
be
like,
even
you can
higher.
kinda see it.
Oh yeah.
That's how it would go.
I love this. And since this is your floor, you get to make that decision, but I really love it.
So, you see how this one sticks up? It's crazy how they think of everything. You see how it sticks out right here?
Yeah.
That's because this plaster goes over it.
Oh, that's smart.
I know.
They're smart people.
If you look at the side profile,
yeah,
and it just breaks it up. You know what I mean? You don't just have like a flat wall.
Right. Well, that was the other thing we were talking about, our molding to go around the windows. We have to go get that. You said we could put it on after we plaster.
Yeah, I mean, you can put it on after you plaster, but we still have to go find it. So, like,
Yeah.
we might have to go to Los Altos de Jalisco.
Yep.
But we'll see, I guess.
Yeah, because that's kind of a must for me on the windows, if we can. Looks
So
beautiful out, though.
There'll be a wall all the way around. And, I mean, this is pretty much done. We haven't closed this off because we still need the crane part. But, can you show... Oh, I don't know if you've seen this or not. But you see how the angle of the roof is now on?
Yeah.
That's where your tiles are gonna go.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I just didn't know if you've seen that side of it yet.
Yeah, it's beautiful. You guys did a good job.
That'll wrap all the way around the house, but we need to do the little fences here, and that's why we haven't closed this off yet. But I mean, once we get that done, this will be completely done.
Right.
Unless you want to plaster the walls or...
No, I mean, the outside ones, yes.
The outside one is going to get plastered to where those little fences are.
Right. I wouldn't mind having exposed brick out here. I feel like it makes it a little more rustic, especially if we have plants and stuff. But that's really up to you.
I think I'd rather plaster it.
Yeah, then plaster it.
Just because you don't want to have all that moisture on the wall.
Yeah, that's true.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then this is where the third floor swimming pool is going to be.
No. No. We are not putting a swimming pool up here, hon.
Oh my gosh. No way.
No way.
Tomorrow we'll work on this. So by Monday, this will look pretty much fun.
Yeah. And you've been absolutely exhausted, I feel like, because we've had so many things going on. I mean, you're up at 4 and you're out here till after our walks, almost till 8 at night when you get to come, besides lunch, before you get to come back in.
Yeah, so when the guys do come in, because the electricians and stuff don't come in till about 10 or 11. So I'm working with our main mason, Gillo, for the day. Then when they leave, I have to help them as well. So
Yep.
all day.
Worker and project manager.
Yeah.
So what's my role?
I'm not sure.
I'm the designer.
I'm not sure yet.
I'm the head boss.
Yeah, you're the boss.
Okay, I'm gonna head back downstairs because I gotta bring Penelope's friend home.
And I gotta go help Diego real quick.
Okay, it's all looking really good though, hon.
Single Diego.
Single Diego.
Yeah.
Fan de Diego. Not working, but resting in this house. Would you think you'll ever sleep in our room? There's too many good outdoor places for you to sleep.
Well, no, I guarantee you all the kids are gonna be in here.
They're all gonna be in
Yeah, I
here.
know. And your mom might move here for some reason.
Yeah, my mom might want to come stay with us. Yeah, and you're not scared to sleep outside. You used to sleep in the fruit trees in your
I
hammock.
just ordered a hammock with a mosquito net.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why?
For me and Boo Boo.
You can't just not come in the house ever.
Well, you know.
It is beautiful out right now. I feel like when Mexico starts transitioning into spring, everything changes, like the air and the smells. I love it. I love when it starts to get warmer.
It's so hot right now. It's like 92 degrees.
But you never take your sweater off.
I don't want to take my sweater because I don't want to get sunburned.
Also, I think your head regulates temperature in your body, and so
I mean, it's cool in here. It's like amazing. I
is
guarantee
cool
you
in
it's
here.
like 20 degrees difference
Yeah.
in the house and outside.
I wouldn't take my sweater off. If it's 90 degrees outside right now, you guys, I wouldn't feel the need to take my sweater off up here.
No.
And the sun's been beating down on the house all day.
I want to get a
thermometer.
a thermometer and see what the difference is.
Yeah, we should do that.
Because our ceilings are so high.
Right. You know, you're going to have to take a break for our anniversary. It's coming up soon. We want to go to Arandas and look at sinks.
I just sent you a restaurant that was really nice.
In Arandas?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I would love to go out there. All right, I got to go bring Penelope's friend home. Love you, bye. Unless you need me to work in here for a little bit.
No. I gotta pick these guys too.
Yeah, can you say Latina now?
Yes, you can say Doctrina for a minute.
I'm gonna go see Baby Lupita and go.
Oh, Annabelle, I love when your hair's nice and curly like that. It's so cute. All right, you guys, we are heading up to the plaza because we are dropping Penelope's friend off to Doctrina. And my little girls might stay and play for a little bit because a lot of the girls are going to be there right now.
Check if I did one there.
Yeah, she's there already. She just WhatsApp messaged me. All right, you guys, we are back home and I am going to go get ready for our evening walk. I hope you enjoyed today's vlog. If you have not already, please like and subscribe. Let me know where you're watching from and you could always leave me prayer requests. Thank you everybody for your love and support. Buenas tardes a todos.